Going on, Falcon fan? This your boy Ricondo come back at you with another video. So today we're gonna talk about injury updates on a couple players. And then we're gonna talk about my last take on the game from Friday. It's time to move on to this week, and get ready to guys get better. So guys, if you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys out here that I talk about. Then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in here and talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So guys, like I said, couple of injury updates on some guys. First and most importantly is Drake London. Arthur Smith spoke today, said the injury they don't feel that it's serious. However, Drake London is probably won't be in practice this week, and probably end up probably not playing in the preseason for the rest of the time. So um, that's kind of scary news to hear about, because if it's not that serious, you would think he could come back sooner than that. But it could just be being precautious, because like I said, we want him to be healthy for week one. They already know what the young man can do. It would be good to get some chemistry with the quarterbacks, but at the same time, if he's going to be 100% in week one, that's where we want to be. So just keep doing what you're doing. Do your rehab, Drake London. Make sure you're ready to go for week one. A couple of other guys that was not at practice day. Once again, Marlon Davidson did not attend practice today. I said again, Marlon Davidson's biggest issue is not being able to be on the field. I think this is a big year for him. If you go back and some of our other videos, Marlon Davidson has to be healthy. We don't know what his extent of his injury. It wasn't told to the media, so right now we don't know how serious it is. However, he did not play in the game on Friday, and he wasn't out at practice again today, so that's a little concerning. However, Arthur Smith did say that he was not worried about any of these guys missing time when the season starts, so I guess that's good news. Nick Kwiatkowski is another guy. Did not participate in the game on Friday, but wasn't at practice as well today. Darren Hall did participate in practice, but he wasn't at practice today. Cornell Armstrong, another guy that actually played in the game as well and was not at practice today. So all those guys, Coach Smith mentioned that all of them was on a different program. What they need to do to get back on the field. Of course, like I said, it's the preseason. You're going to be precautious with these guys to make sure they're going to be healthy, not just for for this season, for their long-term health as well. So you got to be on the lookout for that. But some of the guys like Cornell Armstrong, it could be a bad thing for him, because he probably was a French guy that was on the bubble to make the roster. So if he was not able to participate, that's not going to be a good thing for him. Darren Hall, I think he's safe. I think Nick Kwiatkowski is safe as well. So these guys get healthy and make sure they be good for week one to add that depth to that linebacker and that cornerback room. Jayla Hawkins was back. Of course, he did not participate in the game on Friday. He was back on the field, but he participated in a limited fashion. So hopefully he's getting himself he needs. But it was good to see him back on the field today. And then two guys that was back on the field, Troy Anderson and Brian Edwards. Both of those guys did not participate in the game on Friday, but Troy Anderson's back. They say he had like a little hamstring pull. We definitely wanted to be able to see him get on the field and see what he's able to do. And then Brian Edwards did not have his yellow jersey on the day, so hopefully he's getting back into he can actually have some contact. And maybe we see him in the game against the Jets on Monday night. So those are the injury updates, guys. Like I said, it's football. We know time these guys start to put on pads and they're never going to be 100% again. They just have to maintain, keep their bodies up. Hopefully we don't have any major injuries. We have had two guys go down, but besides those two, hopefully we can stay healthy. And like I said, these guys, the anticipation is they all should be back by the start of week one, which is really like in 4 weeks. So we do have a lot of time. All right, those are the injury updates that we have for today. So now I just want to get into my last take on the game on Friday. I came in, I told you guys my thoughts real quick, quick recap. But today I'm just going to highlight some things after going back and watching the game again, and what my overall thought of the game, and what I think we need to be working on moving forward. So first of all, I want to talk about the quarterbacks. That mobility, I think that's adding a different um, element, different dimension to this offense. That's definitely going to be something that we did not see last year. Arthur Smith is going to be able to change his playbook up and be able to utilize that. I definitely think that's going to be able to help our O line as well. Those guys' mobility. The biggest thing that I can say, especially for Marcus Mariota, he can't be taking all those hits, especially in the preseason. He needs to tone it down just a little bit in the preseason. Guys out there making plays, you can see that, but at the same time, you got to protect yourself. That's the biggest knock on Marcus Mariota. Can't stay healthy and playing like that. Little reckless, got to get down. Make sure you're protecting yourself. Guys love to try to hit quarterbacks, to try to take quarterbacks out the game. So that's the biggest thing. But the mobility of the quarterbacks, I think, is a big thing for us. It's going to be a big different dimension. Of course, we know Matty Ice was not mobile like that. He had good pocket presence. He can move around the pocket, but being able to get out and escape, potential pressure was not his something that he was his forte, which is that's how it is. Some quarterbacks, traditional quarterbacks, drop back guys in the pocket. Some guys it's different. So it's like I said, a different little element that we're going to see this year from our quarterback position, which is kind of exciting, right? The next thing is, I thought the running game was pretty good for us. We ran the ball well all night. Quadra Allison looked good. I thought Tyler Algier, when he got some runs, looked good. Damon Williams looked good as well. Kalen Huntley had a couple of good runs. So all those guys, big big body running backs, which in my opinion, like I said, it's going to make it hard for the coaching staff and um, Terry Fontenot to actually decide who's going to actually be on that 53-man roster, because you can only have so many running backs on so many spots on the 53-man roster. I can't see them keeping 5 running backs, so somebody's going to be outside looking in. Back to my projection, I had Quadri Allison on the outside, but he looked it real good on Friday, so it just have to be determined what Quadri Allison and what they decide to do with their running back room. I thought Tyler Algier, couple runs that he had, he looked good at what as well. Like I said, Damon Williams, they all looked good. So it's going to come down to, of course, like I said, pass protection. You got to be able to protect the passer. We did see Tyler Algier make great blocks, on some blitzes, especially that last play when Desmond Ritter threw the touchdown pass. So things like that, you have to, to look inside the game. It's not just the running, of course, other things, the intangible stuff that they're going to be looking at for this running back position. One of my other thing is, I think the O line still needs work as pass protection. I know that um, the Detroit Lions was coming with pressure all over the place. They were sending linebackers and things like that. But I think that's the reason why the quarterbacks was getting out of the pocket, because they was getting pressured. We do not, if we would like them to stay in the pocket. We want them to complete the pass. That's what they should be doing. But if they have to get out of danger, which both was capable of doing, which is a good thing. However, I think our O line pass protection needs to improve. Um, just don't see one play. If you go back and look, the one play Marcus Mariota get the ball and the linebacker comes right up the middle and he jets out. He's a big game for Marcus Mariota. However, that's you don't want to see that, because that wasn't something that he was trying to do. It's a good play, like I said, good capability, utilizing his mobility, but at the same time, we got to be able to take the passer. They be able to stay in the pocket and do the things that we want them to do, not because it's that what they had to do. So um, we, like I said, once again at the beginning, I do love the mobility of the quarterbacks, but from pass protection, but from our offensive line, I think we still need improvement for that. Um, Let's go to the defensive side of the ball. The biggest thing that I seen is our run defense. Um, I thought they ran the ball up on especially on that first drive. I know I'm gonna talk about the first drive again, but um, that's what I took at because the starter was out there. Dean Pease actually mentioned it as well. He didn't like it. He felt like they ran the ball too too good on that first drive on us. He did say they made adjustments and they got better throughout the game. But the question's going to start to be that defensive tackle position. Is it what we where we want it to be? I mean, think about it. I know we talked about it. They got a lot of depth there, but they did have Eddie Goldman who retired. Vincent Taylor got injured for an season ending injury. So are there are they really good with their defensive tackle position? We really need to look at that. Like I said, the run game, we got to be able to stop the run. We gave up 2,200 rushing yards last year. We cannot have that. Um, we knew that the Detroit Lions gonna come out and be physical, but however, I felt like they was able to get where they wanted to get on our run defense to that first drive. Talking about the first drive again, but um, I just didn't like that. Like I said, if you go back and look at the breakdown from Brian Baldinger on he talked about how they offensive line just kind of pushed all the guys around that first drive, and it's the same thing I saw in that first drive, guys. I mean, it just I'm not trying to to be panic about it, but I'm just concerned about that. Dean P said they made adjustments, but that was with the second teams. Um, we just have to see how these guys fare. Like I said, we got 4 weeks before week one. A lot of things can be corrected. A lot of things can be fixed, but just a little bit concerned with the defensive tackle position. And then last but not least, just a couple guys that did look good on defense. That I think we need to pretty much give some highlight these guys and just recognize them. Some of the guys that we, especially for our depth. So Taquan Graham looked great. He was one of the best defensive linemen in the game on Friday. If you look at Pro Football Focus, he was actually graded as the highest defensive lineman. So that's a good thing. D. Alford was outstanding. Especially in pass coverage. The way he jumped that ball, the way he continued to be there in coverage. I love the way D. Alford played. I think he made a good stance to be making this team this year to add to that depth at that cornerback position. Of course, you got to stack days. Can't just do it on one game. You got to come out and do it again. But I love the way D. Alford played. And then our two linebackers, our backup linebackers, Jordan Etridge and Nate Landman, both of those guys played good as well. So, like I said, I think we deeper, definitely deeper at a lot of positions than we were last year, which is a great thing for us. That linebacker room is real deep behind um, Rashawn Evans, Michael Walker. Still got Deion Jones there. You got Troy Anderson. Then, like I said, Doran Etcher and Nate Lamont. All these guys, I think that the linebacker room is deep. The cornerbacks are deep. D. Alford's playing good. I think Mike Ford did decent. That one play he did misjudge that passed on the sideline, being that deep safety. Thought he kind of missed his jump because he was there, but just a little out of position. Um, but other than that, um, I like what I seen from the depth of our team on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive. Like I said, I think we're a lot deeper than we were last year. So that's a good thing. Like I said, it's a lot of good things that you guys need to work on. You you want to see these guys in the first preseason game to try to work some kinks out. They back to the drawing board this week to work on some of the things. Now you got film out there. You need to see what you can get better in. The objective is the mistakes that you had in the first game. You want to fix this week and see can you actually put it on film when you get back out there next week in the next preseason game. So that's the whole idea. We still got guys trying to make the team in certain positions. So, um, you know, the coaches got to do evaluations, and they got to get these guys ready to go for week 1. So it's a double-edged sword there, but at the same time, we want to see improvement across the board. Um, now the Falcons have an open practice tomorrow night. Hopefully, see some of you guys there to check out these guys and see what they're all about. So, guys, that's all I have today. No more talking about week 1 preseason game. It's over. It's time to move forward. Once again, guys, get healthy, protect the team, and this is your boy Ricondo. Come back at you with another video. Peace.